Hey guys, it's Janie with the Warrior Wellness Project. Thanks for viewing this video. Today I'm going to show you a awesome pizza recipe that I am trying for the first time and just provide you some tips and ideas that you can take along your journey to eating more, training less, and making progress. So important to note, I am preheating the oven to 500 right now. This crust requires bake crust for 4 to 5 minutes directly on the rack. So what I'm going to do is just put some aluminum foil down. 4 to 5 minutes is no time at all. And then once you have all your toppings and everything included, you just bake for 8 to 10 minutes. So as long as you have most of your ingredients ready to go, 10 to 15 minutes tops for this recipe. All right, and so while that's heating up, I'm going to start cooking my ground turkey. I did get 93% lean. No need for that super lean life unless you're in a contest prep or severely watching your fat intake. This is owned by independent family farmers, or not owned, but it is raised by independent family farmers. So there's no added hormones or steroids, no growth promoting antibiotics, nothing like that. And so that's something key that I always look for in the ingredients and the food labels, just because you don't need to be adding in all that stuff. You want to think about what your plants are being fed, what your animals are being fed, and making sure that your body is going to be able to easily digest these foods so that we don't run into problems such as leaky gut, IBS, to name a few. So I'm just gonna be putting this right on my cast iron. And you can add a little bit of olive oil or coconut oil. Coconut oil is probably better because it withstands the heat, therefore the nutrients of the oil do not get burnt up, leading to just empty calories. But I'm not gonna use any oil because I don't think I'm gonna need it. Once that is cooked, I'm also going to add in some of these veggies, which I got from a stir fry kit. It's a coconut curry kit with sauce included. I'm not using the sauce, I'm just using the veggies, and I like the variety packs. Just adds more color, more flavor, more nutrients, more bang for your buck. And I was gonna use these turkey meatballs to put on my pizza, but I only had 2 left, so I'm just gonna eat them while I'm cooking. I know that most of you know what ground turkey looks like, what it's cooking, but if you don't, you've never done it before, it's super easy. Just get a pan, toss it in. Again, if you need some oil or cooking supplies, don't feel scared to use them. Just use sparingly and be aware of serving sizes. But you just want this to cook over. Make sure you give it a little jig here and there so that you're cooking all sides. And while this is going, I'm going to add in the pizza crust for its 4 minutes. Okay, so this is what the crust looks like before it goes in. And just so you guys know, it is important to read food labels, especially if you're tracking macros, but just to know like how much food you're getting in per serving, that kind of jazz. So it says a serving size is 1/3 of this, and there are 6 servings altogether in here. So that means there are 2 crusts, therefore there are 3 servings in 1 crust. So the breakdown, you have 140 calories per serving, so that's per third of the pizza, 30 grams of carbs, and 3 grams of protein. So, 0.5 grams of fat. So this is a very high carb situation going on here. Very high carb. I would consider this a carbohydrate meal or carbohydrate ingredient only. And if you do have the whole thing, that's 90 grams of carbs. So just keep that in mind. So especially for those of you who are timing your carbs post-workout or pre-workout and trying to get that 60% in there, this might be a great option for you. All right, so while all those things are cooking, like I just mentioned, if you're gonna be eating this, it's 90 grams of carbs, you get 9 grams of protein, and 1.5 grams of fat. So the ingredients in here, you have 4 ingredients. It's organic brown rice, potato flour, and rice starch. So just kidding, only 3 ingredients. But if you are trying to time your carbs out so that they match your workout, your most active part of your day, these are the kinds of things that really play into your progress and your recovery and just your hormonal balance, making sure that you're getting enough of the right things at the right times. So you don't have to completely confuse yourself with nutrient timing or anything like that, but I do highly suggest getting the majority of your carbohydrates pre and post workout. You can get them all at the end, you can get them all before, you can get a little before, you get a little bit after, whatever, and then maintaining the rest of your meals, proteins, healthy fats, and vegetables. And that's just going to work with your energy systems, provide you the energy that you need and when, and getting some good healthy fats and good nutrients in all the other meals is going to give you the sustained energy, cognitive awareness, and just balance out your blood sugar levels, your energy, and your mood. Okay, so that's all cooked up, and I'm going to just add in however many veggies I want. I'll probably get about 2 servings in this dish. I'll take out this, which I'll explain more. And if you're like me and you have a dog and they like to beg, you have to deal with that while you cook. So this is kind of a 2-in-1. This looks like a very normal standard meal for me. So you've got that nice, good meat, quality meat, and some vegetables stirred up. So I will often just cook this, and if I want to, I'll add in maybe some cauliflower rice or jasmine rice or some avocado, just kind of depending on the day, what I'm up to, what I'm eating, how hungry I am. But you can totally add certain flavorings and dressings to this. So a couple of the ones that I really like to use recently are from Trader Joe's. So this almond butter turmeric salad dressing, it's really good. It sounds crazy, but it's delicious. And putting that on just some ground turkey and vegetables makes a world of difference when it comes to your flavors and your taste buds and just enjoying the food. This carrot ginger miso salad dressing is also really delicious if you're looking for more of like an Asian flair. Also just using organic ketchup, mustard, coconut aminos. I got a garlic one. You can also get regular aminos, so you're getting those amino acids in without so much of the sodium. It's from soy sauce, all that stuff. And today we are going to be using this Poblano Farm pizza sauce. Here we have organic plum tomatoes, organic tomato puree, organic sweet basil, and sea salt added. So that's all you're getting in this delicious jar of yum, and it's gonna add a lot of pow to our pizza. You can add more caution to doing this. I don't have like all the right things to carefully take this pie crust out, so. Okay, so. All right, so the texture feels good. It's definitely sturdy and it's thick, so I can understand where the carbs are gonna be coming. Okay, so we're gonna add our sauce. And again, you wanna just be aware of your servings, so just pay attention to nutrition labels, but don't be obsessed with them. 2 tablespoons is a serving, 10 calories, 2 grams of carbs, 1 gram of protein. So as a type 1 diabetic, I have to read labels. I have to know what's in my food. I have to know how many carbs are there. I have to know how much fat, because carbs and fat totally affect my blood sugar as well as protein. So that's just something that I have to be aware of. And if you have been following me for a while, you know that I did compete and I've gone through many different phases of nutrition and tracking and living my life and feeling certain ways. And now in my nutritional therapy practitioner program, I'm really just focusing on the best quality food and the best quality of life. And it's really proving to be a good method for me at this time. So that's what I'm trying to share with you. So hopefully you can take some things away here as you continue to follow and apply any of the tips and topics and recipes and all that kind of stuff that we send out to you. And any feedback is great feedback, constructive criticism, positive feedback, anything. We want to know what you want to see, and we want to offer you what you want to hear. So, okay, so I put about a serving on there. I mean, I'll probably put a little bit on top as well. This cast iron is really heavy, so this will be interesting. Okay. So I have a cutting board set up right over here, which is just gonna allow me to put that down. And I'm gonna just scoop and apply. So I am obsessed with ground turkey. I love it, it's easy. And when you're getting the 93% or a little bit fattier option, it's so much more flavorful and juicier and just a better add-on than your standard 99% lean. And even just getting some bison and beef, a little fattier, it gives you some of your healthy fats and more flavor. So I do encourage my clients using fattier meats to cook with and eat, and to not be afraid of saturated fats. We need a balance of all different types of fats in order to keep good balance in our bodies and reduce inflammation and all of that jazz, which I'm happy to go into with you if you have individual questions or concerns about inflammation and how you can reduce it. It's probably a topic for another time. So I'm gonna show you what my pizza looks like right now. It looks pretty darn good. So I probably don't even need to cook it again, but I'm going to because that's what the box suggests. And I am going to go over it just a little bit with some more sauce. So we're probably getting 2 servings here, and it's gonna be delicious. I can't wait for you guys to try this. Don't feel like you have to buy the same crust or the same ingredients or anything like that. There's a ton of great options, cauliflower crusts or whatever. I just go into the Whole Foods frozen food section. I know Trader Joe's has some great options as well. And if you don't have a Whole Foods or a Trader Joe's, just go to your local supermarket and I'm sure that you can find an awesome option in there as well. I am not a cheese person. Like, I just don't really like it that much, and I don't feel like I need cheese on my pizza, but feel free to add your own. I think some goat cheese or feta would be awesome. If you are allergic to dairy, if you're lactose intolerant, or if you just don't do well with it, like most people, you can get the Kite Hill brand cheese. It's like a cream cheese spread. That would be an awesome addition to the pizza and adding flavor and just a little more calories to it. But this, again, this is a post-workout meal for me, so I'm getting a majority of my calories in right now, and I'm making sure that I'm getting my protein and my carbs and little fat because it's post-workout and I want my body to get the carbs and the protein as fast as possible. Fat slows down digestion, so if you ever notice that you have a fattier meal and you're fuller for longer, that's why. And if you're like me and you're a type 1 diabetic and you have an Omnipod, you best bet you're going to be plugging in those carbs. So that's what I'm gonna do here. Are you gonna eat now? It's gonna ask me how many carbs I'm gonna have. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna put in 90 because I'm gonna eat that whole thing. And I know that I could probably give myself more because of the veggies and all that stuff, but I did work out, so I know that I have a little bit of wiggle room. Let's just make sure. 1/3. 90. Okay, so it's going, I'm taking 12 units, almost 13 units of insulin for this meal. I don't care. I'm doing it. It's the majority of my carbs for the day. So this is just gonna go into my arm here. And that's how I'm staying alive these days. Okay, so we are good to go and enjoy this delicious pie. It's definitely a good size. Got these plates for my bridal shower, so thank you to my sister Maida. And we are gonna enjoy, and I hope that you do too. So if you give this a try, let me know. You can find me on my Instagram, you can find me on Facebook, you can email me, and I'll leave all that information below in the event that you want to give me a chat. So I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you enjoy. Have fun.